What's up? Welcome back. We are doing motor mounts on the Miata. So let me post this camera up. So I ordered my mounts through this company called Rev Shift because they were having a 4th of July sale and shipped it was like 80 something bucks. And it's a urethane mount with aluminum inserts. And for 80 bucks shipped, I'll take that over $160 at this point right now because I'm on a budget and I'm still figuring out shit. So the ends unscrew. So technically, if you could get your other mount out without lifting the car too far, you could slide this in and run the stud in. They do have an Allen on the end, so you could drive it in. They suggest putting Loctite on it. That way they don't vibrate out because this is a 90 hardness. And the factories were like 60 or less. I don't know. Super soft. My whole motor is like lifting in the bay, and it waxed the downpipe on the frame and blew out that cheap ass composite gasket. Hence why I'm now buying these motor mounts. If you're asking why I didn't buy them in the first place, it's because like this motor was supposed to be a temporary deal until I tore apart that Tahoe to do the LS. But that is a whole different story. Holy schmoly, it comes with Loctite. Check that out. So you don't even have to go buy some. That was in the bag. And then, of course, instructions. I think this is a universal instruction because that sure hell doesn't look like my mount. That's more like a BMW mount. But anyways, instructions are instructions where it tells you to put some Loctite on the threads and torque to 35 foot-pounds. Yeah. So these aren't mechanical locking nuts, and you don't want these things falling off anyways, or your motor starts doing all sorts of weird stupid shit and fucking your day up. But anyways people, let's get the car in the air. So for fun here, I don't know if you can see how much this motor moves. It moves. Not much, just me pulling on it. It's the motor mounts again. I just wanted to show you guys that. So now that we got the car in the air, and don't forget to use jack stands unless you feel like taking that chance at dawn. Jack stands, people, jack stands. Yeah, what's the fun of building a project car if you're squished? So, I'm now going to, I believe it's a 14 or 13. I forget what nuts I use to hold down these motor mounts, but we're going to take them out, people. So, on hindsight of everything you do, you may want to put your motor mounts first, especially if you pulled the sub number to do the oil line like I did. That would have been a great time to do the motor mounts because totally forgot, you got to get in. So somewhere in there, there's the mount, as blurry as that is. Then on this side, same shit. So most likely, I am going to try to get it through here. And that's the cup for the mount. Now take that nut off the middle of the circle there. There you go. So, if you got the motor out, that's a great time to do the mounts. You got the subframe down, that's a great time to do the mounts. When everything works right, and then you decide to do mounts, well, that kind of sucks. But let's continue. So it turns out you can pull out the mount, at least the passenger side one, fairly easy. So you gotta get to that bolt in the back, which you cannot do while this is on the car. I said these are brand new mounts, but they are soggy. See that? I'm just using my thumb. Anyways, let me show the hole that it came through. So you could get it right through there. There's your oil filter and that one shiny stud on the bottom left, and then the other two towards the right. And there we go. We're going to have one mount partially in and do the other side. This may not take all day like I thought. So, let's carry on. So, as the day before, use some Loctite. Yeah, let me get something different. So the Loctite came with, yeah, you gotta slice this open. So I'm going to use some Harbor Freight blue Loctite and do this with. So here we go, people. Put some on the threads. Depending if you ever want to take it off again, you know, use a lot, use a little. You know, some in the threads in there. Yeah, it's freaking hot in here. And then there you go. That's in there. And this guy is just like that. There we go. And then probably some more Loctite on this side because these aren't mechanical locking screws at all. And some on the inside of the nut. Get that trash off of there. There we go, people. That is a motor mount, but onto a motor mount bracket. I'm using these gloves and easy right now. Let's use the big glove. There we go. Just for fun, I'll wind down the Allen nut of it a little. And that's, well, let's see if that's the 14 I have. And no, it's probably a 15. So let's pause this. So it turns out it's a 15. The ones I used on the old mounts were 14s. Am I right about it being a 14 to start with? I don't know, but that's what I had. And yeah, torque this down tight. There you go, people. Half a mount, more Loctite. This guy in there. Off we go. I'll probably put this in after the fact. Oh, I don't have to do the weird wiggle shimmy shimmy, but we'll see. All right, next. So I don't know how well you can see this. Let's try to get a little closer. So there's the one bolt. Glare off the wrench. Then you come from on top here. You get to the top bolt. Then go from underneath the A-arm. And you get to this bolt. And then, of course, you know, you still got to put that bolt on. Focus, you fuck. There you go, people. And then, like I said, reach through and get it. That's the driver's side mount for you. So it didn't take as long as I thought once I figured out how I could get to the bolts and everything. The driver's side's a little iffier because the steering shaft's in the way. Let me flip the camera around and show you. So as you see, there's the steering shaft, and I will try to focus in. It lets me focus. Now let's try focusing from this angle. So there's the motor mount. Shit cam. So this screw down here, the shaft's in the way. So to get it from on top here, because this thing won't focus past the damn rail. So you can see the top bolt and the bottom bolt, and the steering shaft is kind of blocking the bottom bolt. So if you jack the motor up high enough, you could get the second bolt, and that's how you get it out. And then the third bolt is on this side, which is right there. Oh, let's see, does my finger fit in frame? Right there, that bolt. And you got one there and one up there. My mounts are in. Nice neon green. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Most of the work, all the work's actually done from the bottom. I took the air cleaner off for no good reason, just other than to take a peek. So all the work is done. Take the wheels off, get it up high enough. My bolts were 14s. The motor mounts comes with 15s, at least for the mount. But the brackets were 14s on my block. I don't know what it is on your block, but it can be done without getting the car in the air. But you do need jack stands and another, you know, or a jack to lift the motor up high enough. So that's it, people. The mounts are in. I guess I'll do a review later after driving it. I got other shit I gotta do around the house right now. But there we go, people. Fun times. Till next time, peace out.